nurses finally became socially acceptable 60 years ago, because before that time, most people sought the men to be the kind of strong leaders, not really supposed to be taking care of people. They were supposed to be the ones out fighting for their freedom, or making the money of the family and providing kind of like the leadership role instead of the supporter and the follower.
It's hard to be persistent when we're standing at a distance.
Well, Walt Whitman was a very good male nurse, but the society at that time thought that they needed him more as a soldier than a nurse.
More ribbons on their door. When you trust your television, what you get is what you got.
Well, that comes down to just about everybody. I mean, every person has their own little set of beliefs, and everybody is different. So nobody can say that only females are capable of compassion, because guys show it in every day in their own little ways. But men are still a necessity to the nursing field, just to even it out, make it more balanced, because that's what helps a social culture, is just balance. Well, I think that the social stigma it's kind of, to put it, people are going off of what other people, or what they've learned growing up, is that most people think of males as the doctors, not the nurse. They think of the young lady coming in to help them being the nurse. And so that kind of sheds people away from becoming male nurses. But most males are starting to realize that, oh, this is just as good as a profession as any. I don't need to go to years of medical school just to do what I want to do.
Our generation is gonna rule the population, so we keep on waiting.
Because, like I said before, is that most males, they kind of know what they want to do. It's a very good job. It's well paying. It's steady. You have a very secure job. So most people aren't going to let what other people say get in the way, because that's also just a male kind of thing. We don't really bend that much to what others say when we're setting our beliefs.
Take all of your wasted honor.
I'm pretty prepared. I mean, as a guy, you kind of grow up just kind of fighting with other guys, just trying to pick on everybody, make each other the top dog, and you just kind of grow to get used to the things that people say to each other. And when it all comes down to it, it's all about the fulfillment that you get out of the job that you're doing.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
I mean, most people, they can just go out and just promote that, just promote the profession as a whole. I mean, male nurses, they'll come in and they're just as good as anybody else. They don't need to be a doctor to show that their field is good. That's what most people believe males to be, as doctors. But just getting the public aware that males can do this job and that they need males, and especially in today's job economy, that's gonna help promote it even more.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
I mean, in 25 years, I would love to see people just accepting it to be like a more popular profession than it is now. Because as I looked up in, I think 2007, the percentage of males in the United States was about 4% of the entire nursing population, but over 50% of them were in the leadership and kind of like management roles, which I believe will attract more people and just to see it more balanced is a good thing.
Even if your hands are shaking.
Well, I wanted to become a male nurse because, well, just a nurse, because when my grandma was in the hospital, she had many different problems over the last few years of her life. It's just kind of, you go in there and you hear so many stories about like the nice people that they meet in the hospital as the nurses. And plus it's just the job, you get such a fulfillment, not even just materialistically, but just seeing the type of people that you get to meet with. That's something that you can't experience in any other job.
Say what you need